This is the Berman Method podcast featuring Dr. Jake Berman and physician assistant Jenni Berman. We are here to treat problems and not symptoms. Disclaimer, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and not to treat anyone or to give medical advice. If you are interested in any information that we are giving and would like to use this for yourself, we recommend that you contact your primary care physician or reach out to us and ask us questions about yourself specifically. Enjoy.
And we're back. The Berman Method podcast. Dr. Jake Berman here with
Jenni Berman, physician assistant.
My lovely wife. I hope everybody had a fantastical Christmas. Wasn't it so magical?
It's always magical. It's our favorite time of year. Mine.
Your favorite time of year.
My favorite day, probably.
Favorite day out of the entire year.
I love it. I have a lot of favorite days, but that one is at the top of the list.
Did Santa bring you what you asked for?
Yes.
What?
I love Santa. I love Santa. Did Santa bring you what you asked for?
I didn't really ask for anything. I just get things. And I got a lot of clothes this year, the same that I get every year. One of the best things about being in a relationship with Jenni and her family is I've got a completely new wardrobe today than I did before I ever met Jenni. And I guess it's their way of telling me that they really didn't like what I was wearing because every year I get more clothes and I have a rule that I cannot add hangers in my closet. If a new shirt comes in, an old shirt has got to go. So here we are 10 or 11 years now.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
11 years later, there's not a single piece of clothing in my closet that was there pre-Jenni.
That's not true. Because I literally just bought you a pair of pants and was like, okay, this is what you're wearing to dinner on this night. And the reason I bought you these nice slacks is because the only slacks you have are from like the 8th grade. Isn't that the truth?
That is a true story. I do have one pair of khaki pants that I bought to go to my 8th grade dance. Those are my khaki pants that I wear when it's in the 60s and I have to go golfing, or I'm going golfing and it's in the 60s because I don't have any other nice slacks, I guess.
So now we got those pants, so the 8th grade ones are out, right?
No, those ones have sentimental value.
Oh, MG. You're breaking your own rule.
They're not on hangers. They're folded.
Oh, okay. So yes, he does get some new clothes for the holidays. Otherwise, you would just wear the same clothes all the time.
I do. How many people listening to this are guilty of that? You have a whole closet full of clothes and you wear the same 3 shirts every week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So anyways, yes. Christmas is magical. Santa is sweet and nice.
And Christmas is done.
I guess so. Besides like all the things you got to like take back and return. And then all the things that we have to put together for Stella June from Santa.
Oh my gosh. We're going to need a whole nother house for all this stuff.
Yeah. And now coming up,
New Year's.
Yeah.
And the most busy time of the year at the gym.
True. Yeah. For a month or two.
Yeah. About 6 weeks.
So why do you think people fall off after 6 weeks? What do you think they're lacking?
Accountability. Was that a trick question?
No, not really. I think that too.
It's just accountability. It's all it is. I mean, you could blame it on 15, 20, or 100 other excuses, but it's really accountability. Who's holding you accountable to showing up every single day at the same time, or just period? Doesn't have to be the same day, same time, but period.
Right. Yes, I could agree with the accountability factor.
Yeah, so that's one thing that we want to talk about today is one thing that you've developed over the past couple of years that has helped people get on the bandwagon and stay on the bandwagon.
Right. So we have a couple different wellness programs, but one of the ones we're going to talk most about today is our Kickstart program, where we have these 12 week or 3-month commitments to our wellness programs, sometimes 6-month commitments to our wellness programs. And sometimes you just aren't ready to commit for that period of time. So we've developed this Kickstart program, which is a 6-week program that you can initially commit to. And we provide weekly accountability meetings with this Kickstart program. So that helps to get you started. And then we have opportunities for the program to continue after the 6-week program is over. And same way with our 3 or 6-month programs. We have the opportunity for continuation after that. So, initially we start with weekly meetings to help with accountability. And then we hope that we can get you to a place where you're in a good groove and can go to bi-weekly meetings for accountability and then monthly meetings for accountability. And so that way you get to spread your wings a little, but you still have someone there, not only to keep you in the game, but so that you can continue to ask questions and continue to learn through the process too.
Right. And one of the things I just want to let everybody know right now, because I know that there's some people getting ready to turn this thing off and say, oh, no, that's not for me. But it really is. It's built especially for people who have a hard time holding themselves accountable, but it's really built for people that just don't want to put in the work to do the work, if that makes sense, where what you've developed is essentially a turnkey program where everything is written out for you. There's videos explaining exactly how to do the workouts. It's all on paper. It's all showing up in your email. There's a fully written up grocery list, right? There's a meal plan. There's no way that you cannot be successful by doing this program. Is that right?
Right. So we've talked a little bit about it, but I'll go into more detail now. Our Kickstart 6-week program, which starts January 3rd, coming up right around the corner. And by the way, the last day to sign up is tomorrow. So definitely check out the website or our social media and let us know if you want to sign up or send us an email. But anyways, it starts January 3rd. It is a 6-week program with weekly meal plans. And the weekly meal plans have a 7-day meal plan: breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. All of the days and meals and snacks are written out for you to tell you exactly what you need to do to stay on track. The meal plans change day to day and week to week, so you're not going to be repeating any of the same recipes. Some of the snacks will rotate, but we want to provide a good variety so nobody is getting bored. And so, if there's something that you don't like, there's something else that you will like, so you can kind of mix and match and rotate as you wish. We also provide, as Jake was saying, that grocery list. So the grocery list is broken out into categories so you can kind of go through and mark off what you already have at home and don't need to buy. We have an Amazon link where it's easy for you to buy some of the snacks that we have recommended. You're not spending hours searching for these. It's all in one place that you can just click a link and order. So that's super easy. A lot of the things that we get can be found at our local grocery store or Amazon. You don't have to go to places like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or Sprouts, any of those big confusing grocery stores, but you can if you want to. So we try to make it as simple as possible when it comes to the meal plan. I developed the meal plan primarily off of an insulin resistant individual. So if you are battling issues with inflammation or insulin resistance, blood sugar issues, high blood pressure, this is going to be a wonderful meal plan for any of those issues. If you don't have any of those diagnoses or don't know if you have any of those diagnoses, this is still going to be a great opportunity for you. Just keeping the macronutrients, protein, carbohydrates, and fats in a good line, keeping energy levels up, keeping blood sugar stable, helping with sleep. It really overall is going to be a good program for most individuals.
Okay. Now, after everything that you just said right there, it might still come across to some people as it's just too much. It's not for me. I won't be successful. How is this different from everything else? how, because we're going to talk about the average successes that you've had over the years and the upper levels of successes you've had over the years. How do these people have this success? What's the accountability?
It's a good question. And one thing I haven't talked about yet is the workouts that we also deliver with this type of plan. But we do have weekly Zoom meetings, which we do in a group meeting. But I'm also available to answer any questions via email, phone, social media, however you want to get in touch with us, answer questions along the way to help you with being successful. So if you can't find a particular product, or if you don't like a particular product and want to exchange it with something, we're always here to be able to answer the questions. And ultimately, that's how people are successful, is learning, knowing what works and what doesn't work, how to switch different things out in the meal plan, really understanding why we put the certain foods where we put them to balance the macronutrients. It's all about balance. We got to make sure we're balancing the protein, carbohydrates, and fat. And then we help you with answering any questions you have along the way.
Okay, so you glazed right over the most important thing. You spent like 1.5 seconds talking about the most important thing of this whole entire program that it makes it almost inevitable to not be successful.
Our weekly meetings.
Oh my gosh, thank you. What the hell? I mean, it's like I'm ripping my hair out over here going, nobody cares about all that other stuff because it's just noise that they're hearing, because it's still a lot. The reason why people are being successful with this program is because of the weekly accountability meetings, where every single week you're on a call with Jenni and she's going to ask you, how did it go? What did you struggle with? What was easy? What was not easy? How can I help assist you with this next week coming up? So you're constantly meeting with Jenni. Well, not constantly. Every single week you're meeting with Jenni and you're bringing these things to the table. You're not just going to sit there and twiddle your thumbs for 30 minutes on the Zoom call with Jenni, or you're going to talk about, this is what I struggled with. I couldn't find this in the grocery store. I couldn't cook this. It tasted like a poopy flavored lollipop.
Which isn't the case with these wonderful recipes.
Of course it's not the case, but I'm talking about things that there's going to be people out there that are going to continue to say, this is not for me. Mm-hmm. I've tried all this other stuff, but it's almost impossible to fail going through this program.
Right. As long as you're showing up for the accountability meetings, as long as you're utilizing the things that we're providing. And like I said, reaching out to me throughout the week via email if you have a question, a specific question. And we will send several emails a week to help with giving you ideas and tips. And again, that accountability factor, responding to the email to check in and make sure you know that, hey, I'm right here on your shoulder. I'm speaking all the time. So, and then, the workouts can be done at home or at a fitness center if that's something that you wish to do. As Jake mentioned in the beginning, we do provide videos for each of the exercises that we're recommending. And there's certainly an option for you in the workouts that we're recommending for you to change the level, how difficult it is, as you wish.
Right. So, can we shift gears here in a second? Are we done talking about that part?
Sure.
Where I want to shift gears to is, let me start by saying this. There's not a single successful athlete in this world, a single successful person in this world that got there on their own. I mean, you can argue that some people were self-made and they didn't have any help from anybody. But there's always going to be that at least one person that was the coach, that was the mentor, that if it wasn't for this one person, this successful person never would have happened. And you can even look at Olympic athletes. So these are the best athletes in the world. There's not a single Olympic athlete that was on that podium this past Olympics that did not have a coach that helped them get there. So if an Olympic athlete doesn't have a chance at reaching their goal or reaching the podium without a coach, what chance does average Joe or average Sally have of reaching their goal weight, reaching their goal fitness level without a coach? I mean, we all think that we are strong enough or have the self-discipline that, I'll go to the gym, I'll watch what I eat. But if you're like me and you're on the seafood diet, right? Everything I see, I eat.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding, right? Just kidding.
Only on Saturdays.
Only on Saturdays. Yeah, it's all out the window on Saturdays. But if I didn't have Jenni holding me accountable, I probably would be very different as far as my exercise goes, my fitness level goes, my BMI goes, any of those kind of things. And it could be true for anybody, any single athlete or anybody that's trying to achieve anything, whether it's in business, whether it's personal, it doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have somebody holding you accountable, it's so much harder to reach your goal, especially with these weekly accountability meetings. It's really hard to fall off the bandwagon in a week. It's super easy to fall off the bandwagon in a month, super easy to fall off the bandwagon in a quarter, so every 3 months, and really hard to stay on the bandwagon over a year. That's one of the main reasons why every January the gyms are packed, because people are all excited. I got to get rid of this holiday weight. It's time that I'm going to finally get back in shape. And then 6 weeks later, at least 50% of those newbies are off the bandwagon.
Right.
It doesn't take long at all.
Because life happens.
Life happens.
But when you have a coach and someone to help you, you can adjust to life and continue on track.
Right. So the most important thing about a coach is they're able to see things that the coachee, student, whatever you want to call it, can't see. So a coach in general has been to the place that you're trying to get to. You usually don't hire a coach that has never done what you're trying to do or who has never been to where you're trying to get to. You usually hire a coach that's done this. And that's what's most important about Jenni, you, talking to you right now, is you've done this. You've helped hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of people do this. So when people get frustrated, you can see it simply. You can see it in a matter of seconds, if not minutes, that this is the reason why you're frustrated, because you did this when you should have did that, or try this instead of that. And it helps you get back on track much quicker.
Right. So, and yes, the accountability, having someone there to meet with you is so important. But the other side of that I had touched on before is just the knowledge. So if something's not working, we know we need to make adjustments. And that's what we specialize in, is knowing how to adjust to help you with reaching your goal and to be more successful. So we had talked about this meal plan being, primarily for insulin resistance. And that's something. If you have insulin resistance, you can say, oh, I'm going to go on a diet and lose weight. But if you're not doing the right setup for your meal plan, the right types of macronutrients, the right things to help with stabilizing your blood sugar, the calories in, calories out thing isn't going to work 100% for you. So again, that's where we can come in and help with the adjustments every week and helping you to be more successful from a week-to-week basis, in addition to keeping you accountable and on track.
Nice. So let's give a little snapshot to what success might look like. So if somebody listening to this has never done your Kickstart program and they signed up with you, what's the averages? What should they expect to see after 6 weeks?
So the average is a 9-pound weight loss. So we say 8 to 10 pounds is our goal for you to lose in the first 6 weeks of the Kickstart program. The average is 9 pounds. We've had someone lose up to 14 pounds on this first 6-week program, 14 pounds in 6 weeks, which is immaculate. Not everybody is on that high end, but you can be. But then, like I said, at least an 8-pound weight loss, if not 9 to 10 pounds in the first 6 weeks.
And the reason why we want it to be around that number is because that's giving you a sustainable average weight loss over the time versus a crash diet, or I don't even know what they're called, where you just lose a bunch of weight real fast, but it's just not sustainable. So this is real fat loss versus water weight loss, or I don't know. I'm outside of my scope of practice right now. Yes. I guess the best way to say it is this is sustainable versus losing a bunch real fast and then it just comes right back.
Right. So we are looking at sustainable fat loss. So 1 to 2 pounds of fat loss per week is actually a maintainable, sustainable, proper fat loss. The other side of that, though, is we want to create a lifestyle. So there's going to be a day in 6 weeks that you have a birthday party or you have an event for work or you have this or that, and you might be off for that one particular meal. But again, helping you to make sure you get back on track right after that meal and getting your blood sugar restabilized. So we want to create a lifestyle that you're going to be able to do now, but also maintain years from now, and then making sure we're reaching that healthy, sustainable fat loss.
Man, that's exciting. I think I might sign up for this.
You probably should after this holiday season.
As she's looking down at my gut hanging over my belt. What the heck?
Reclaim for you starts like in one day.
All right, cool. So I guess that's all we have to say about that, right?
Correct.
Tomorrow's the last day to sign up. What if somebody doesn't sign up by tomorrow? Do they have to wait until next January, a year from now?
No, we do offer the Kickstart programs 3 times a year. So if you miss the sign up this time, then don't worry. You can always join us for our spring Kickstart program. Also, if it's a day behind, so you sign up or you hear this and want to sign up and it's 2 days, just contact us and see if we can get you to join in. Depends on spots. Spots are limited, right?
Yeah.
And the reason spots are limited is because we want to provide that one-on-one care. So, if we have 100 people sign up, we are not going to be able to provide that one-on-one care with meetings with me every week. I'm only one person. So, yes, spots are limited. Contact us.
Reach out now.
Yeah. Email, website, check the show notes.
Yep, do all that stuff. And we hope to see you guys. We hope to be able to help as many people as possible stay accountable, right?
Correct.
The more people we can help be accountable, the more success we're going to be able to help, right?
That's right. And that's our main goal, to help as many people be as successful as possible. And last thing we didn't say, you do not have to be in Naples to be able to do this program.
Oh my gosh, we should have started out with that.
Yeah. You can be anywhere.
Close to 50% of your people last Kickstart were virtual.
Correct. Actually, probably more than that.
Yeah, 75% of them were virtual.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be anywhere in the world.
Yes, you do not need to be in Naples. Cool.
All right. So we got New Year's Eve coming up.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year's. I hope everybody stays safe. Don't be going too crazy. I will be in bed by 9 o'clock.
I was just going to ask if you're staying up till midnight this year.
Yeah, this is the year.
When was the last time?
I think it was freshman year of high school.
Oh, come on. Whatever. All right. Cool. Happy New Year.
All right, guys. Everybody be safe, and we'll be talking to you next time in 2022.
Eek. All right. Ciao for now.
See ya.
Thank you for subscribing on your social media and podcast platforms to the Berman Method. Dr. Jake Berman with Berman Physical Therapy and Jenni Berman, Physician Assistant with Berman Health and Wellness. You can find more information on our website, www.bermanpt.com for physical therapy, bermanpt.com/wellness for the health and wellness. You can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and on your podcast platform. So be sure to follow us, like us, subscribe to us. And if you would like any further information, definitely visit our website and reach out to us. You may also find our free reports on the websites as well, where you can download this free information for yourself. Have a great day.